So, the new patch notes have dropped. We just got an announcement of the new patch dropping tomorrow from Bandai Namco Esports. And with the announcement of the new patch dropping tomorrow, they actually released the patch notes for us to go in and pick and see what they changed about our game. And I'm not gonna go into detail because if I go into detail, I'm gonna explode. Considering that both my whole main shell just got absolutely nothing, while the rest of the cast is getting buffed to fucking crackhead levels. The main topic, though, that everyone wants to know is Lab Coat 21 normalized. And while I'm not going to pop the patch notes here on the screen, if you would like to see the patch notes, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below, where you can check the Twitter link so you can pull up the patch notes so you can see this for yourself. But we're just going to go over everything that happened with 21 and find out, is Lab Coat 21 normalized? So let's start off with the first nerf. So Savory Slicer. Savory Slicer is her DP. Not her DB. Sorry. Oof. Is her Lariat. So what this got is, it just says Savory Slicer, reduced block stun. So that means on everything, every version of Savory Slicer, we got reduced block stun, meaning that the opponent can act faster. Right now, on block, you know, you can still kind of keep your turn. You can jail into vanish and everything. Basically, with the reduced block stun, I don't believe it will no longer jail into vanish. So if you were to do this and then vanish, they can reflect you and punish you properly. So which is pretty good. Honestly, you know, considering that this fucking move goes basically full fucking screen. This is the medium. Yeah, it goes full screen. Being able to jail into vanish is pretty absurd. So without that access, we're kind of good to go. Next up, the heavy one actually got increased damage scaling. This fucking thing is insane. This is a medium scaled starter. I haven't done 21 combos in fucking forever. But this thing's a medium scaled starter. With its scaling reduced, honestly, it makes it less likely that people are going to fucking spam it. Well, they're still going to spam it across the screen, but they get at least less out of it, which is nice. That's one of the things that we've been screaming for in this patch. Nerfing EX full screen moves to hell and back. Unfortunately, they didn't follow suit with the rest of the cast, but hey, at least they gave it to 21. That's a good start. Next up, we have Vertical Savory Slicer Heavy, increase the damage scaling. So this one, this one right here, the same thing before, and increase the damage scaling. So they're going to get less off of it. They didn't really do much to this move regardless. So it's still like a frame 1 anti-air kind of like DPS move. But being able to not even worry too much that you're going to take too much damage off of this is definitely something. Medium scale, you're still going to get it out of the medium version, but the EX being the fastest version and definitely the best to use. You know, it's great to see that they're reducing the scaling on that. I'm not even going to try and pronounce this, but the Heel Stomp, it got reduced damage and increased the damage scaling. Fucking another amazing buff. This thing is absurd, especially since you can just use it whenever that you want to just extend any form of combo. So, just... Whoopsie. You know. So, they reduced the damage scaling, which is nice. That's definitely a great buff. And reduce the damage overall, which, again, is really, really nice. Next up is Photon Swipe. They slowed the startup, so this beam comes out pretty goddamn fast, especially from full screen. So pretty much it's just going to take a little bit longer for this beam to come out. The beam itself is still going to travel at the same speed, but this startup animation here is just going to take a little longer, which is pretty nice. Being able to just do whatever, all this bullshit from across the fucking screen. They try and super dash you, bam, or, you know, the usual. But it's still pretty nice. Total Detonation Ball. Increased recovery for the grounded version. That gets rid of this bullshit. Comboing level 1s into level 1s. That's fucking nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, the big thing. The big thing that everyone's looking forward to. So, Photon Pulse, and that is this bullshit right here. So, it got reduced the move's damage. Great. Great start. Increase the damage scaling. Again, great start. Being able to do this and change. Look at the damage again you just fucking took. Like, come on, that's absurd. That's still nice. It will no longer grab the opponent while they're in hit stun. So meaning you can't do that anymore. You can't go into a stomp into this bullshit. If they're in hit stun, you can't do it. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, sliding knockdown counts as well. So they've turned this basically just into like a block shrink tool. Like its sole purpose is a command grab. And what made that even better is it delayed the start of the invincibility. So if you know they're gonna try and do this, if you know that they're gonna try and do this, you can just mash on them. Because now they delayed the start, so it's only invincible at a certain point. What point? I'm not sure. We'd have to find out and see tomorrow. But it's still nice to know that you can just fucking mash on her now without worry. The key gauge increase scaling now applies to the move. Before, like when you use EX moves and stuff and you try and charge, you'll have like a reduced scaling to your key charge. Now, when you use, it had like a glitch where that didn't apply. You know, you would try and key charge it and it would still come back just as fast. That didn't apply before. Now that all kind of got fixed. I've never really seen that really too much of a worry, but someone pointed it out. And then Ultimate Z change, increased recovery. Don't really know what the hell that's going to do, but so that's the end of the patch notes for Android 21. Now, what does this do? Does this normalize the character? Yes, I believe it does. This character still got a lot of shit. You know, she still has options for super dash. You know, she still has a full screen fucking lariat and everything. But just like what UI Goku got, this definitely does make her more punishable. Is she still top tier? Fucking absolutely. This move is still crazy in block strings and stuff like that. You still need to keep a lookout on that because they didn't adjust the debuff at all. And, you know, this still, yes, they increased the block stun on this, but this is still a full screen key blast and lariat. So basically, they just made it easier to punish her for being dumb. You know, if you block this and she tries to vanish, you're gonna be able to reflect her and punish her. That's great. Even if you do get clipped by this full screen, it's now probably going to be a light scaled starter. So ultimately, I do think that this character got normalized. Is she still a top tier? Yes. Oh, absolutely is she top tier. She's still a very crazy character, but she's not as overtuned as she was before. You know, with everything that she still has, she's still going to sit nice and pretty in the top 5 characters of this game. But, hey, at least now there's counterplay to this character. There's ways of getting around this character, and now she can't do her fucking bullshit like this anymore. Sap half your health and all that shit. So, if you guys want me to go over the patch notes in Friday's video, I doubt that you do, or if you want me to give my thoughts on the patch notes, by all means, go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. Like I said, I'll leave a link to the patch notes in the description and in the comments, so be sure to go check them out for yourself. The patch is going to be dropping tomorrow, and overall, I am happy with the nerfs to 21. Maybe now we'll actually start seeing the character, and there won't be such disdain around her. So that's all I wanted to cover today. That's all I wanted to talk about. I do finally believe she's normalized and ready for play. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. See you.